Hello, friends. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betkraft. Okay, it is another beautiful Sunday morning. The 18th day of August, and we do have so many games going on across the globe. And among these many games, we decided to select a few of them, as usual. And we went into these games and looked into them. Made an in-depth analysis of these games before bringing it forward for you. Okay, and these are top games going on today, and actually some of them have been very large odd. And in a short while, we'll be looking at this match is one after the other, and it promises to be a very good one. And also today is Sunday Millionaires game, and it will be on display at the end of this video. And I always advocate that we try it once in a week. A lot of accumulation, accumulate a lot of games that can accrue to a million when we play it. All right, in a short while we'll be looking at this matches one after the other, and I want to ask those of us who are yet to subscribe to our channel to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button down there so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will always come up on this channel on a daily basis. Okay, without further ado, we start with the first match of today. It is English Premier League match where we have a Chelsea FC who will be up against Manchester City. Okay, it promises to be a very tough cracker, and seeing that these two teams are familiar foes, and we'll look at how these two teams have fared in recent games, and also look at their head-to-head performances, and as well as performances from one away perspective. So when you take a look at how Chelsea have performed in recent games, you will see that amongst the 6 games that they've played so far, they've been able to achieve just 1 victory, but they've also had 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 6 recent encounters. But their away side, Manchester City, as well, have seen the same, very similar situation. They've had 1 win, 2 draws, as well as 3 losses in the past 6 recent games that they have played. And when you take a look at how these two teams have performed from more home and away perspective, you can see that the home side, Chelsea FC, have been able to achieve 6 victories in the past 10 home games that they had so far. And the last home win was against Club America, and that was earlier this month. That was in club pre-season friendly. Okay, and they've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss. They lost to Celtic in the pre-season match last month, where they lost out heavily by 4 goals to 1. Okay, and that is that for Chelsea. But looking at Manchester City, their away side, Man City have been able to achieve 7 victories in the past 10 away games, but they've also had 3 draws in the process, and they've not lost a single match from away. That's to tell you how very strong this team is actually. And we saw them playing out a 2-2 draw against Barcelona in the last pre-season match last month. All right, and looking at head-to-head performances for both sides, you could see that the last time both teams met, it was Manchester City who had the upper hand on that occasion, winning by 4 goals to 2, and we also saw them defeating Chelsea by 1 goal to 0. Prior to that, they also played a 1-1 draw and also a 4-4 draw followed. But it is Man City who has been very, very dominant. Even the fact that the likes of Rodri and Foden may not be available for this very encounter, but we still see Man City with better quality in their team, and they'll be expected to do well in this very encounter. All right, it is the away side that is having the edge in this one, and we expect to see away win in this very encounter. Yeah, that's our verdict: away side to win. Okay, and that takes us to the next game for the day. It is in Spanish La Liga, where we have Mallorca FC coming up against Real Madrid, the league champions of Spain. All right, looking at Mallorca, they've won 4 games, but they've also had 2 draws. And away side, Real Madrid have been able to win 3 in the past 6. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw. And taking a look to how these people have fared, these 2 teams have fared actually from home and away perspective. You could see Mallorca is a team who have managed to achieve 4 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also been able to achieve 2 draws. They've also had 3 draws, 4 wins as well as 3 losses in the past 10 home games that they had so far. And looking at Madrid on the other hand, Madrid have been able to achieve 5 victories, 4 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 10 away games. And that loss came in the pre-season match against AC Milan, where they lost out by 1 goal to 0. And looking at head-to-head for both sides, you could see that the last 10 times both teams met, saw Real Madrid defeating this side on 9 occasions out of 10, losing 1 occasion. Okay, Mallorca have only been able to win just once in the past 10 meetings with Real Madrid. It is Real Madrid who has been very, very dominant, and we do expect their away side Real Madrid to rise to the occasion once again and win out shortly in this very game. It is a win. That's our verdict for that very game. Okay, and taking us to the next game for today. It is in Portuguese League, where we have a Boavista who will be up against Sporting Braga. Okay, and taking a look at how they fared in recent games, you could see that Boavista have been able to achieve 2 victories in the past 6. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 6 recent games that they have played. And away side, on the other hand, Sporting Braga have been able to achieve 3 victories, and they've also had 3 draws as well in the past 6 recent games that they played out so far. So looking at the performances from home and away perspective, you see that Boavista, the home side, have managed 3 victories in the past the past 10 home encounters. They've also had 4 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10 home games that they played out so far. Okay, looking at the away side, Sporting Braga have been able to achieve 8 victories in the past 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And that loss came in the match against Benfica, where they lost that by 3-1. And as a matter of fact, the last 5 away games that they played so far have seen them, winning all 5 away games. So we do expect, Braga to rise to the occasion, seeing that the head-to-head performances for both sides also have seen Braga being very, very dominant in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Okay, seeing that Braga have been able to achieve victory on 6 occasions out of the past 10 head-to-head meetings for both sides, and Boavista have never won on any occasion. They have actually achieved 3 draws. Okay, actually Sporting Braga have won on 7 occasions, and the other 3 being a draw. And the last time they met saw Braga defeating the side by 4-0 from away. So we still do expect Braga to rise to the occasion and win out shortly in this game. And we win, that's what we expect. Okay, and that takes us to the next game for the day. It is in Belgium 2nd Division, where we have France's Borains coming up against Lamphun. Okay, and taking a look at the performances for both sides in recent games, you can see that the home side France Borains have been able to achieve 4 victories. They've also had 2 losses, amongst the past 6 games that they have played so far. And the away side Lamphun have won in the entire 6 games that they played, and have not lost any, neither have they drawn any. And looking at the performances from home and away perspective, the home side, France's Borains have been able to achieve 3 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 5 games out of the past 10 home games that they played out so far. And the away side, on the other hand, Lamphun have won 9 matches in the past 10 away games, actually losing 1 against the Olympic Charleroi on that occasion. So it is the away side who has been very, very have been in very, very good form of present, seeing that they've won 90% of their past 10 away games. All right, and the home side. Okay, looking at their head-to-head performances, it is France's who won by 1-0. The last time they met, which was March last year. But that has been a long time, and I believe our team have actually restructured their team, and they have been doing very well at the moment. So we still do expect our away side winning in this very encounter. It is a we win outrightly. That's our verdict for that very game. All right, that's a very large odd 2.37. And we'll still expect them to win. Okay, that takes us to the next game for the day. It is in Russia Premier League, where we have Spartak Moscow coming up against Fakel. Spartak Moscow in the last recent 6 games have been able to win 4 games out of those 6, but they've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And the away side Fakel have had just 1 draw, losing 5 out of the past 6 recent encounters they have had so far. And looking at performances from home and away perspective, we see that Spartak Moscow have been able to achieve 7 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss, and that loss came in the match against Zenit St. Petersburg, where they lost that by 2-1 on that occasion. And the away side Fakel, on the other hand, have managed to achieve 2 victories and 1 draw in the past 10 away games, but have lost 7. As a matter of fact, in the last 7 away games that they played out so far, saw them losing all 7, and that tells you that it is a very poor team, especially when they're playing from away. And the last time both teams met on head-to-head occasion, saw Fakel defeating Spartak Moscow. That was earlier this year in February and March this year, defeating Spartak Moscow by 2-0. But in this very encounter, it is Spartak Moscow who we expect to rise to the occasion and exact revenge and win outright in this very game, playing from home. It is home side to win. That's our value for that very encounter. And that takes us to the next game, which happen to be the last for today, actually in Thailand, Premier League, where we have Muang United coming up against the Lamphun Warriors. And Muang United in the past 6 have been able to achieve 4 victories, but they've also had 2 losses as well. And Lamphun Warriors have been able to manage 2 wins, but have lost 4 games in the past 6 games that they played out so far. And looking at how these 2 teams have performed from home and away perspective, you can see that Muang United, the home side, have been able to achieve 9 victories out of the past 10 games that they played out so far, and have lost to 1. And that one loss came in the match against Braga United, and they have won 90% of their home games. That tells you how good this side is. They're doing very well, if you ask me. And away side, on the other hand, Lamphun Warriors have managed to achieve 2 victories in the past 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws, but they have lost a lot of games. Have lost 6 games in the past 10 away games. That tells you that 60% of the away games that they played out so far have resulted in a loss for the away side. And looking at how they perform from home and away perspective for both sides, you will see that we have 4 head-to-head matches here, and Muang United have actually seen victory in 3 occasions out of those 4, while Lamphun Warriors have won once in the past 4 head-to-head meetings for both sides. And in this very game, it is the home side who has the upper hand, who's expected to rise to the occasion and win out shortly. It is home win. That's all for that very game. Okay, and that concludes our predictions for you today on Betkraft. I wish you very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. Remember, it's only a football game. Remember to play responsibly. Do not play with all your fortune. Play with what you can afford to lose. It's just a football game, like I said. And today, remember, is our Sunday Millionaires games also, and the booking code for the Sunday Millionaires game for those of us who are using BetKing, you're in luck. With it, you'll be in display, and looking at that, that's the booking code for Sunday Millionaires game. Right, try it out and see how it goes. You never know, you can win $1 million playing them games. Betkraft. All right, wish you the best of luck once again, and I'll tell you tomorrow we'll be coming up again with our daily predictions. But until then, keep winning.